The story of Benin began over 1,000 years ago with the Ogiso dynasty. They were the first rulers, but their power was fragmented by internal conflict. By the 12th century, their reign faltered, and the people sought new leadership. This led to a pivotal moment in Benin's history, the arrival of Prince Oromiyan from the neighboring Yoruba kingdom of Ife. He came and established a new royal lineage, and his son, Eweka I, became the first Oba of Benin. The title Oba, meaning king, was more than just a name. It was a sacred divine role. The new Obas consolidated power, uniting the people of Edo and creating a centralized kingdom built on a foundation of divine authority. The true architects of the empire's power, however, were the Obas who followed. In the mid-15th century, Oba Eware the Great transformed Benin from a kingdom into a dominant empire. He was a ruthless warrior and a visionary builder. He expanded Benin's border through military campaigns, established new administrative structures, and rebuilt the capital into a fortified and meticulously planned city. His reign marked the beginning of Benin's golden age, a period of unprecedented military might and cultural flourishing. As the centuries passed, Benin grew into a marvel of urban planning and artistry. At its core was Benin City, the kingdom's capital. The city was protected by a series of monumental earthworks, a sprawling network of moats and ramparts that dwarfed other fortifications of its time. These defensive barriers, built over centuries, were a testament to the kingdom's immense labor and engineering prowess. Inside the walls, life was meticulously organized. The city was divided into a grid of neighborhoods, each assigned to a specific guild of craftsmen. The most celebrated of these were the bronze casters. Using the sophisticated lost wax technique, they created masterpieces of metalwork. They captured every detail of their world: the Oba in his ceremonial dress, court rituals, warriors in battle, and foreign explorers. These Benin bronzes were not just art, they were a visual archive, a history book cast in metal. In the late 15th century, during the reign of Oba Esige, Benin entered a new phase of global engagement. The Portuguese were the first Europeans to arrive, eager to trade for pepper, ivory, and intricate coral beads. Oba Esige proved to be a shrewd diplomat and a strategic ruler. He saw the potential of this new trade and controlled it tightly through the palace, using the wealth to strengthen his army with new firearms and consolidate his authority. Benin did not trade from a position of weakness. Its Oba negotiated as an equal with European monarchs, commanding respect and showing the world a powerful and sophisticated African state. This period was the zenith of Benin's artistry. The bronzes, along with intricate ivory carvings, showcased a level of craftsmanship that was truly ahead of its time. The Obas used art to record their achievements and commemorate their reign, making each piece a historical document as much as a work of art. No empire can last forever, and by the 18th century, the seeds of decline were sown. The kingdom's increasing involvement in the transatlantic slave trade brought immense wealth, but also fueled internal strife and corruption. While it had initially sold captives from its wars, the trade scale grew, eroding the kingdom's moral and social fabric. Benin's power waned in the 19th century as a new, more aggressive colonial power rose. Unlike the Portuguese, who had come as traders, the British sought not just commerce but control. They wanted to dismantle the Oba's monopoly over trade and seize the region's resources. Tensions mounted, leading to a fateful clash. The final act of this epic story was one of tragedy and destruction. In 1897, a British delegation attempted to enter Benin City, despite a clear warning from Oba Ovonramwen that a traditional festival was coming, which prohibited foreigners from entering. When the delegation was ambushed and killed, it became the pretext for a British military response that had been planned for months. The British punitive expedition was a brutal and one-sided affair. Over 1,000 troops armed with modern rifles and machine guns marched on Benin City. The city's warriors, fighting with spears and a fierce will, were no match. The city was razed, the palace was set ablaze. What followed was one of the most significant acts of cultural theft in history. The British looted thousands of bronze and ivory artifacts, the very soul of Benin. The priceless pieces were scattered to museums in London, Berlin, and New York, sold to fund the military expedition itself. Oba Ovonramwen was captured and exiled, and the Benin Empire was no more. The fall of Benin was not just the end of an empire, it was a profound cultural wound. The bronzes sat in glass cases in faraway land for over a century, admired for their artistry but disconnected from the people and history that created them. The call for their return is a call for more than just artifacts. It's a demand to heal the centuries-old wound, to reclaim a people's memory, and to restore the heritage that was stolen. The story of Benin reminds us that the greatest treasures are not just in museums, they're in the hands of the people who created them.